with Team GCP, and today we're here to talk about story-driven financial solution, focusing on retail industry. Join me. My name is Leo. I'm with Johnny and also Vera, product manager, UX designer, to talk about our solution today. So let's get started. So when we try to come up with a solution, we're trying to have a very specific model company to talk about so that we can make sure our solution has a significant or very clear impact on their bottom line. So here we have Eagle Market. Eagle Market is a mid-sized regional supermarket with 215 stores across 5 states. And they have 36K employees with 60% of part-time and 40% full-time. And the majority of employees have 15% of bachelor degree or both, and 85% with high school diploma. And our management face a strong financial stress to manage across our workforce, and implementing a financial wellness program is very crucial to improve our employees' well-being, productivity, and retention. So why do we want to focus on retail? There are 2 things when we look into this. So the first thing is their financial situation, the employee's financial situation. Based on the BLC report 2024 August, retail employees have the second lowest weekly earnings among all industry. And the second thing is retail workers are most likely to report always or often run out of money between paycheck. At 39% compared to 22% in manufacturing and 24% in tech. The second thing we're looking into is financial literacy and their educational background. So only 18.1% workers have bachelor degree, and also a third of the high school graduates do not possess a retirement account. 38% have no emergency saving. So what's the key finding here? So retail industry employees suffer from low pay and low financial literacy and low educational background. Also, we know that PNC has a very proven record in terms of small and medium business. So we think retail industry will be the best fit for PNC to implement this solution. Next, we'll head to Vera to talk about the market opportunity.
Okay. So based on our user research with the retail employees and the analysis of our online data, we identified 3 main user pain points that are not yet solved by the financial wellness market. And it's worth to mention that our solution solved all these 3 pain points. But to prioritize this pain point and the market opportunities effectively, we use these 2x2 metrics to organize each issue based on its effort to solve and the value generated. So the first pain point is the current financial products are really hard to use. Some employees just told us, when they want to save monies, but setting up was so complicated, so they can only give up in the halfway. So we categorize this to the do later functions, since the usability issues can be addressed with a simpler UX redesign. And the second pain point is the previous product or lack of customized financial guidance. People really want more actionable, more personalized steps that fit their real situations. So we assign it to the do next. The actionable steps are crucial to ensure the financial wellness program succeeds, but they will require more effort. So some 7 tips they gave are so generative, like you're gonna save 10% of your income. But what's real situation is more complicated. And for the third pain point, and also we think is the most important one, people are living paycheck to paycheck. So many retail employees are struggling with the cash flow and often run out of money before their next paycheck. So this is why they spend so much time struggling with their financial wellness, which deeply affect their daily lives. But in the previous markets, people are always focused on the long-term goals, like the retirement savings, without addressing the immediate needs. So we place these into do now sections. And here is our critical insight. The short-term financial management has a more direct impact on the employee financial stress and their working efficiencies. And by focusing on solving the immediate challenges, by doing so, will not only improve their financial wellness, but also empower them to perform better other work. And so the next page is for our product goal with Leo.
So based on the market opportunity we identified based on our research, we found that our product goal should have these three things. The first thing is improve employee financial health, which is very straightforward. And therefore, we can have better employee productivity and retention rate based on better employee financial health. And the next thing, also very important, which is boost our PNC Bank product portfolio. So here is our value proposition. So we help retail employees gain short-term financial stability through an easy-to-use gamified platform. So by simplifying financial management, we tackle issues like debt and monthly budgeting, reducing financial stress, and improve employee productivity. And here below is a strategy based on our value proposition. So in normal case, we know that people all have credit score like fair, good, excellent. So in normal case, we categorize people in fair above into this scenario. We have stage 3. Stage 1, we are trying to handle their short-term debt, trying to consolidate their debt into PNC loan portfolio. And second stage, after they paying off their loan or in the middle of paying their loan, we can develop their daily saving habits by using our gamified platform. And the last stage is helping them achieving their long-term financial wellness. So here is our first feature, which is debt swapper. Just like I mentioned in the previous slide, we have first stage, we're trying to help them paying off the short-term debt. So you can see that on the left-hand side, before debt swap, these people have multiple high-interest debts from CD, from BOA, from other bank, with a total of 20K and 18% interest rate, monthly 1,200 monthly payment. And after consolidation, we have one single low-interest PNC loan with a monthly payment, 1,000, at 12% interest rate, and also a 0.5% origination fee. And with this feature, what's the benefit for employee? First thing first, lower interest payment. And second thing, faster or lower burden of debt reduction. And also, we can simplify their debt management into one portfolio, one platform. And on the other hand, benefit for PNC, we can see that PNC definitely increase their loan portfolio, and also they will have more customer and enhance customer loyalty. And last thing is we can get more data about our customer to have more data-driven insight. And next, I'm going to hand the mic to Johnny to talk about second feature.
Okay, so before I introduce our second main feature, gamified story saving, I want to invite everyone to scan the QR code here to try out our product prototype. This will help you to gain first-hand experiences as I go through it. For this feature, we create a platform that can be integrating into the existing PNC system that use storytelling and save challenges to help users build consistent financial habits. In terms of value, it's about more than just save money. Through interactive daily episodes, users can save small amounts of money every day while learning important financial knowledge and concepts. Now let's take a look at the homepage interface. Starting from the top, users can create or switch saving wallets here. Each wallet is customizable, allowing users to create specific saving accounts for different goals, whether it's saving for a vacation, debt, or an emergency saving. On the second part of the homepage interface, we show the current wallet's saving status. And next, we have the story saving entrance that gives users, that guide users through daily actions, helping them stay engaged. The platform offers rewards and transparencies through saving reports and transaction details, encourage users to hit milestones and track their progress. Next, let me walk you through the story mode saving experiences. By clicking the saving mode button on the homepage, users enter the second interface, which shows a list of personalized saving stories. Users can choose different stories or themes they prefer to guide their saving behaviors, like a story about saving for a house purchase, or even something fun like when I got a corgi. Let's click the story we are currently following, which will lead to the third interface. We can see the story details with the script of the day. Each episode helps educate users on financial decision makings in terms of encourage them to make a decision on making a small amount of money, saving money every day. Those small choices can add up over time. Finally, when users complete an episode, they get a completion notification that reinforces their progress and reinforces their achievements. The overall time consuming is gonna be like under 3 minutes, so it's pretty short. Overall, by gamifying the saving process, we create an engaging and fun experiences. It reduces financial stresses of users in an immersive and enjoyable way, making it easier for the users to save regularly, increasing the user retention and daily active user for the PNC platform. Next, I will pass the mic to Vera to talk about our implementation plan.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. Okay, so for our 6 months implementation plan, we designed to ensure the smooth collaboration between the company, the employee, and the PNC to achieve the financial wellness. And our approach aligns with the customer's success principles. We're focusing on setting milestones and tracking progress. And after reviewing the PNC ecosystem, we identified that PNC has a mature customer service, which is a key asset. That's why our plan integrated the PNC customer service and support team to ensure the smooth execution and user success. So for the first stage, in the first month to the second month, we focus on the launching and onboarding. Our goal is to introduce the program and onboard employees successfully. We hope to engage 60% of employees to set their personal financial goals. And for the second stage, in this phase, we are focused on shifting to boosting the engagement and refining the user experience. Our target is for employees who save like 5 to 10% of their monthly paycheck and reach 30 to 15 of the personal debt reduction targets. And for the final stage, our goal is to reduce the financial stress by 20% and boost the employee productivity by 10%. We conduct a comprehensive evaluations, analyzing the employee productivity, financial stress level, and the program ROI to determine the best path for the expansion or the further optimizations. So by tracking these key metrics and following the clear step-by-step process, we ensure that the program delivers a measurable result for both PNC and the employees. Okay, so here we are moved to our financial projection.
So in terms of time, I will fast this up. So the first thing about this solution is how are we going to improve Eagle Market's bottom line, right? So you can see that from the revenue perspective, we can have a productivity improvement which can make $3,000 a year per employee, and with our estimation, there will be around 8,000 employees to use this solution, which can improve Eagle Market's productivity by 25 millions. And also, this can help lower the turnover rate of employee, can have 36K impact per year. With 74 employee decided to retain, there will be a 2.3 millions of impact. And cost would be, we will package this as a software as a service from PNC end, which is $240 per person per year. And also operational cost $240 one time of subscription, and we will have a 23 millions impact on Eagle Market's bottom line with 86% of profit margin. And also PNC bottom lines with that swapper. Our first feature is the first one. I need to correct is the interest revenue, and in total we'll have 400K net profit. 6.17% of profit margin. And storage saving, we have in total a 1.8 million per year net profit with a 61.3% profit margin. Last long-term growth plan. For the first 2 years, we're trying to deep our solution with more strategy and advanced customized solutions. And starting from year 3, we will have introduced long-term financial planning tool. Since averagely we assume our long-term our loan payment will be 30 months, which is 2.5 years. And in year 4 and 5, we will have expanded this to family wellness program. So that's our solution. Thank you very much.
Who's making those saving stories? How are those generated?
So in terms of the story, we have, first of all, we have some, we should come, I think for now what we have is AI generated story, but we have input figure to figure out, like what kind of story can most tailor to retail employee.
Right, but who is making them?
Who is making them?
Right, so let's say you scale this and you have
Yeah.
1 million users. Are you making like 1 million times 4 different stories? Who's making the stories?
I think for now we're trying to integrate this app, like develop this app by PNC end. So there should be like people from PNC side to develop a story and to have better understanding about how to shape the product.
So PNC employees are creating stories.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Can I just follow up on that? Like, what is your reason people are not saving? Is that they can't visualize having a corgi and the story is going to help? Is that the behavioral economics study that's behind that?
So, like people have pets, they will feel like related. They want to like save a certain amount of money for their pets, and a story about a pet could be related. That's
Like, this seems like something we could run an experiment on, yes? Like, we could get some data to try this?
Yes.
Is there any evidence out there that something like this is helpful? And I ask that naively, maybe there is.
I'm not sure about the US here, but I'm pretty sure this. We actually have some prototype product running in Asia. So there are existing product, similar product, to have this story saving mode, which doesn't specifically to have a corgi, but have different kind of story. And all I can say now is they are very helpful. But the thing is, it's not from academic perspective, so we don't have like a paper to test out the effect of the solution. But the solution we're trying to give out is make the burden as low as possible to help employee engage with the game without looking at all the numbers, budget tools, management. And the core idea is actually kind of similar to Duolingo, because learning language for you is kind of difficult if you don't have motivation. So what Duolingo do is trying to lower the burden, lower the difficulty for you to use that app. And here is what we do as well, because we already mentioned that the education background for retail employee is not as much as that high as other industry. So we're trying to lower the difficulty of accessing this tool and trying to not that then look at all numbers, management tools, something like that.
Are there certain stories that you might prioritize in the early stages?
So I think for story now, we're trying to make story that is closer to real situation of a retail employee, such as have emergency saving. So now here we use a corgi, which is, I think, the fun way to engage in our presentation. But I think realistically, we should target on emergency saving or medical bill, and also like long-term trying to get a car, something like that, more realistically.
So do any of the stories then kind of filter off of like just transaction history that's happening, like from a checking account, to kind of see where their spending habits are? Like it's recommending, or does somebody have to go in and kind of select stories that they want to see and learn about?
So you, if I understand you correctly, you're asking like what kind of story would get recommended on the homepage. Is that correct?
Right, like are you going to recommend stories to somebody versus somebody going out saying like I want to purchase a dog, and they go find the story versus I buy coffee 5 times a day, and maybe there's a different story that goes along that. Just trying to evaluate, is it me going out finding stories, or are you helping to provide that data and recommendation?
So I think from the beginning at first we're trying to have a survey, and long-term plan we're trying to integrate with HR system. So like we will have a better understanding of you as a person, like what kind of financial situation you're in right now, and what's your long-term goal. So with that data, we can have a better recommendation in terms of story, instead of like they need to like input their own needs to find out probably a suitable story for them. So in long-term plan, we're trying to use data to help them understand you as a person, so that we can lower, just like I said, lower the difficulty of this app. Yeah.